Bramo ato de shemamba ewie ma emu ahamu akwaba efamra ITV so ene eye wukuada epobosom ne da etosudunsia ewo afie emu ebrason se wo memu nsam ane amahodo so de yede ebraso mo ITV so frika so a anti Mercy Junction ewie da wasepa se wafidie no edaha na ansa ensem ma wa akwemu no de bedi akotene bi wo mu eni Onanyamfo Sam George communications minister tremu se same registration e course no ache se enye wo se wo tumra no wa kyerɛsie enti wo tu anamombi sanso so ana asantehene wo tumfo wo se tutu a otoso mienu bɔko ntwahwe a ekoso no wo de todwa se epobo so ne da etoso adu no wotwe ene wo behwe ene ho agye mu ahwe ma adwobrɛw ababɔko ene nantwia eso Sanso so ana yebekọ National Health Insurance Authority one more kache ene one more sigina ye 550 million Ghana cedis ana ban release ede ama womo sebetimi aboa wo wonum dwumede be CPS sita na energy minister so anu dem wo su ma adentia kasebo mu yede mu kyeremu ebebo yebekọ ama no ne na okese mu nsem ensoso abetato Simedia Santem and Ansemwina, yet the eba besmo midi at Dachihima, Afia Akonua, ye try a hotel abasia. Ebusia jebre na yemfa kase no ensomwe na enkrata efi eye menhia ahemfie no wa sante mantemu aba amotere ekyerese bokonkyere wa hyew mentemi ho ase pinchen ekoso eho ma afufuro kora famuhwe wo munkwabambofo eka ho bi no wotumfo wo setutu a wotoso mienu a woye asante hene enanu mampani mahama kasa wo boni dini se watia ne nachi berpem wo ba wo behwe ma won mu die atoye wo mkyerese sese di wode wosia yoyo a epobos ni da etoso adu nu wotwe ewo afie ye mu wo behwe na asemi wode ne ho agimuo na wahwe kwame a won befa so ma asomdwe ababoko ene ne ntwaso
Enkrata mpanifo de abeto emonten so epribosume ne da etoso edu enum wafempino ene eduenu enum yi emuno echa na asa ensiesie enkita hodie ebehya ase efri epribosume ne da etoso eduenu wotwe ekosi mebosume a edi enimu ne da edikan wafempino ene eduenu enum yi mu sankomo yi nyina ebekoso ewo menhia ahemfie okumase asante hene ato ensa afrem mpanifo a ekambie wo mu se wonum nyina emfa wonum ho enhyem bi se de beya ntawantawa ekoso ewo boko ene ne mpatamu no won betimi ape anons pomasibre se de beya omanfo ewo boko ebenya asomdwe afebo otumfo nim die ya wode esiesie ntawantawa hodo ya ekoso no eye animusem eno enenam so me ho akohia se bra ti se ye no otu ne nan esimu bi se de beya asomdwe ebetimi abamantam no emu wonsam a ebeto emonten so no mpanifo esiso dua ekire se wonum asansemi efa wonum ho nyina no obia emomodin se wode ne ho ebehye bie na afi wonum abie wonum akomamu se de beya enkomodie no ebekoso asomdwe mu mpanifo a eka bia ewo mu nyina mpanifo e de ato wonum anim se womomfa enukredie ne perepere ye entena asem no so ensiesie ensem no se de beya asomdwe mapa ebeba boko ene ne mpotemu
Ononyamfo Samuel Nate George aye ni kobram pom peso so ma hwebedwen wono aso ena yeso afo hwe enkrato ne abefo kwanso a yedi dwuma ho ensem so no ya beto dwase nche ebesan so register sim card ya ewo man emu sahwefo beka ya aban dada no eye NPP aban sim card registration course so and the santin ni adia na no watch so omso ba registration sanse aban dada dia wonum eye ye no enkoyi Ghana sika and wonum se ne kwa sa registration wonum eye nyina no faso bia ni so ade magana ni bia no ti and one mo sanso abesa registration yi ebiemu na nti no wose won de otumbra na wa kyerɛsie wode nkrata de akoma atani January di adanse woni nsɛm a wo kan de fa bandada no sim re-registration a one mo yeye no ɛho.
It's not a re-registration, it's a registration. You would be doing a re-registration if there was a registration in the first place.
But there was a registration.
There wasn't anything.
I went to
there was a sham. There was a sham. There was a hoax. There was a hoodwinking of Ghanaians. You know, an unfortunate episode in the history of our country. Irresponsible public governance, to put it lightly, where Ghanaians were told they were registering. Meanwhile, no registration was happening.
I mean, but if that is the case, how do you say that? And I'm wondering, somebody must be held accountable. You can't just say that it was a hoax. We spent resources, both private and public. I'm just reading some analysis say the MNOs probably spent more than 25 million CDs on this. Government definitely would have had skin in the game also. Sure. Why is nobody being held accountable and responsible for that?
Early days yet, the Attorney General has a responsibility to hold everyone who holds public office. And today
have you armed the Attorney General with anything?
We have sent some information to him, and we're still building further evidence and sending to the Attorney General. Look, I sit in this chair today mindful of the fact that tomorrow I won't be here, and my actions and inactions will be held accountable. And that's what those who occupy this seat before appear to be oblivious to. Because when you look at the brazen nature of their reckless actions, it leaves you asking yourself, do these people love this country to start with? Do they understand what it means to be Ghanaian? And do they understand the weight of responsibility that sits on your shoulder when you hold the high office of Minister of State? Because I cannot for the life of me imagine how today, vested with this responsibility, I will act in such a reckless manner. To take the country down the road for 2 years, between 2021 and 2023, claiming that you were doing registration, taking the biometrics of citizens and not cross-managing them well, in flagrant disregard of our data protection laws and our cybersecurity laws. I mean, people must have a certain modicum of respect for the Ghanaian.
Na sansam way na no joy news and what is sansam way to jom dwumedie ba ko a one more atudin joy news PM Express so na sankomodie ekoya what is sansam way to dwa yakoya nim dia na yenko so afo a wo hwe ahode ne hu nsam eso no nyamfo John Abuginapo wono so akasa kire se wo comment fido a sedi ankrofo ewia power no eburu suo wo se enya kwa illegal connection no kwaso ewo mentivity papa we ade a eha yie pa ne site no wo se sadia niema ekɔ ne hu behia se enmeni miampenfo behwe na wonu metu na mo asiginaye ede afa ho wo se empempre no 50% electricity distribution na ekɔso netco wonu mo ahwere beye 50% ya ne ina northern region ko illegal connection na ekɔso no enya sam ketwa ne site no obra wo kasa no wo se enche wo
The major problems we are facing in the NEDCO area has to do with the northern sector. Indeed, when you look at the losses within the northern sector, over 50% of the losses alone is attributable to the northern sector. And within the northern sector, over 70% comes from Tamale. So it means that we're having huge losses in what you call the ATCC losses. We've met the regional minister. We've also met all the stakeholders to let them understand that without revenue, it will be very difficult to complete projects such as this. Tamale has been experiencing some very major challenges when it comes to the supply of power for some time now. And so the works we are doing here in terms of these new substations on completion, and the briefing I get is that they should be done within the month of June. It will lead to resilience, it will lead to system stability and overall improvement in electricity delivery.
Afeye munra apomuden ensem emu National Health Insurance Authority ade abeto dwa say won mo bon humodin a enei 550 million Ghana cedis won mo ade ama ayasabia hodo wo mamu a wɔn mo ɛde wɔn mo kase wɔn mo hwɛ na kabi e wɔ hɔ saa sika yi wɔn mo fa ɛnti ɛmfiri hɔ na ntimi mu a ma apɔmuden ho nsɛm no ɛnkɔ nkanya ne naso brane ɛwɔ man emu nsɛm wei Chief Executive Officer ɛde National Health Insurance Authority Dr. Victor Bampo ɛde ɛtuja.
This year we've paid claims of up to 834 million cedis. And over the past week, we paid, I think, 555 million cedis. So all the vetted claims that we have in the system, we've paid. I think the private providers were a bit concerned because there were some delays, but those were processing delays that held us back a little bit. You recall that the Act 947 has been repealed. So right now, the NHI is going to have the full complement of funds. Number two, something that has never happened before has actually happened and will continue to happen. The Minister of Finance has informed us that, if you go to our Act, the National Health Insurance Act, which is Act 852, Section 52 talks about within 30 days of accrual of the funds that are to come to the National Health Insurance Authority, they should be lodged in our accounts. And a report should be given to the Minister of Health and also to the authority. But it's not been happening. Usually it goes to the consolidated fund, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time before it comes in. What the Minister of Finance has assured us of is that from now going forward, the funding will come directly into our kitty, which means that we will not be having delays in getting funding from Ministry of Finance, which means that we can also pay our providers quickly, on time. So these are some of the measures that have been put in place, not only to ensure that we pay quickly, but to make sure that the delays in the payments are a thing of the past.
War and some from no Ghana Union of Traders Association, Guta, and so Akasa Etia, a Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC. One musabetu just say one betu ensure any enkania ebo emo na wase. Sa entuma one edebanu. One dia omu jituma enye ye esan se. PURC entimi enche de kode potintia. One muji jina so abetu nsio any enkania mo. Ni nano enam katajo jumdia proye kankai. Afe mismanagement ya ekoswo ewe utility sector ewe mai emo a. Enyema enche dan koye enuti ene one mba bejina so esi se jina ye ma ordinary Ghanaian ne ho aba ba chiri sa kwan no eso wo mo hyehyede nneoma enkoye etwa se wo na wo mo hwe eto nneoma wo mo akachi na emomu no wo mo fa ho sunsuanso no meduati mamufo no eso won krata guta ede aba montene no enrada ene wo no mo ede eba ya chochofo pani de maguta alfa shaban wono anensa ehyase a wo twere se santu we pa de enya nika enkoye enso ni kwa se PURC sabre yi emuo ene wonu ba betu ensuo ene enkane emuo eba eye domestic ene commercial users metre wo mo yiso wo mo afiefie mu ene afom de dwuma ahodo a wo mo twere se we de enye wo mo na wo mo nye wo mo nyoma yie na se nyoma enkoso wo mo akatikasem enkoyi a mo wonu enfa sunsuanso no me tue timemufo no eso et gutafo twere se PURC eye tariff increment no wonu de wo mo gitumu a enye yi abusia yenyina guta fonsemi eso ye tonka ye ba Janet Ambitious e de akanse mu nsem beto akasebo no eso